Very well. So we have here so far just three answers. Let's see. Until we have three students, I'm happy to continue in this course. As soon as we have less than three students, we will restart the course. I will share with you the screen. All right. Uh, we didn't have many people answering. The one with 10 is me, but then as you can see, there are people who did pretty well. I think if you got ready, it would be good. And good news is that for the test next week, there is no declination at all. No more. Maybe in the other, but no more declination. Actually, it's so easy for the next week. I think it cannot be easier. So if you felt like you did not make this test well, you definitely have a good opportunity to study the vocabulary from the last week and the new one, because the new one is mostly just sentences and some vocabulary, but no more any difficult grammar or something hard. It's the past participle, and it's mostly just memorizing how will you say this verb in this case, and you have to memorize those particular situations. So no particular grammar, no need to think about how will I use it here or there. It's much easier for next week. So this one was probably one of the last of these difficult lessons. And I think now we are really moving to a level where we will enjoy the knowledge we have and just add a little bit of new vocabulary. So let's look at the test. The king ruling over the country did a lot of bad deeds. Bhupati Arattang or Aratting. So Aratta is the noun group 1, so it will have to be Ratta. And then Palianto or Paliamano. In fact, Palianto and Paliamano, both of them, I think should be correct. Palianto, Paliamano. So let me see. Bhupati, Bhupalo, both of them are correct, that's for sure. Rattang or Ratting is very clear. That's Rattang is correct. Palianto. Let me see. What did I prepare here? I see. Palayanto. That's a joke, because Palayang in Sinhalese means go away. And if you know Sinhalese, it sounds actually very funny. So Palayang to means you in a very bad way. Palayang is what like a chief monk can tell to a bad monk. Palayang, like go away. And to is like you in a bad speech. So so no, definitely not Palianto. It is Palianto or Paliamano. Both of them are correct. Paliamano is nonsense, Palianto as well. All right. The tigress killed the eating female monkey, and then eating it, she was killed by a villager. DP Kadanting or Kadantang. So because it is female, it must be Kadanti. Kadantang would be if it was a male or neuter. Then Kadanta or Kadanti. So because it's a female, again, it must be Kadanti. It's basically the same thing as here. Kadanti, Kadanti. Anything else? I think just that one, right? Kadanta, Kadante. Yes. I didn't make there too many differences. I simplified it, so in many of the cases, there's just two things that you need to know, and based on that, you find your right answer. My friend saw the merchants selling the hens and crying, left. Mama mitto, kukkutio vikkinante vaaniche, disva rodamano pakkami. So vanije, are they with a dot or without a dot? So they are with a dot. And you can remember vanije and vikkinante. You see, both of them have a dot below n. So when it comes when it comes to commerce, there is a dot. That's how you can remember that. And then rodamano or rudanto. Rudanto is not really correct, so it must be rodamano. It would be rodanti, you see, like here, but rodanto. Rodanto could be theoretically correct, but we have rodanto. You see why this one. Because there is missing dot under this n. So only this one is correct. The monk teaching the law saw a woman laughing and talking. Dhammang desento or desanto. So because it's desete, it must be desento. Hasanting or hasantang, this is basically like we had in the previous question about the monkey. You had there kadanting, hasanting. So if it is female, must end by im. Katemanang or katemaning. So here I wanted to emphasize that as soon as you use the mana, then it is not changeable. You cannot change it into maning or something else. It will always be the same. Mana. Just mana. The leader, looking around, saw a robber stealing the flag. Neta or neto. So this is from noun group, I think 9. And that is neta and not neto. Olo kianto. Ketung or setung. Setung means the bridge. Ketung means the flag. The children playing in the water saw the sun rising above the sea and shouting laughed. Udake kilanta or kilamana. That actually should be both correct. Udadhimhi udenting or udentang. And again, here we have ing or ang. And because bhanuma is actually masculine, it needs to be ang. Ing would be for feminine. What else is different here? So I'm searching for a difference between A and D. I see here. That's pretty hard. So here this is Viramana. And here we have Viravamana. So It is Viravamana, not Viramana is a nonsense. That one was difficult. I would have troubles. I prepared this about 1 week ago, so I forgot it anyway. So I'm a little bit, I see it a little bit like new, like you do, because it's been some time since I've prepared that. Let's continue. The elephant, breaking the bamboos and trees, ran towards the milk-giving mother elephant. Vela voce, tara voce, cindamano. Hatti or hatto. So it's hatti and hatto. It's a noun group 13, right? Kirang dadantiya or dasantiya. So dasantiya, if it was dasantiya, I'm not sure, but I think if it was dasantiya, then it would be she saw it. But it is, and there I think you would probably use pasantiya anyway. So definitely dadantiya, hatiniya santikangha. So must be hati and must be dadantiya. Hatto would mean a hand. We are talking about an elephant, so must be hati. The standing dog ate meat. Titang, tito, titantang, or titantano. So it is titang, and this is from the sentence about the bull. Titangono, bhojanang, what was that? Titangono, you remember?
Yeah.
Tinankadi or something like that.
Yeah.
So based on that sentence, you get exactly like that. This one, Titang sunako, mangsankadi. If you learn from Anki, it will be actually easy because the sentence is basically the same thing grammatically. The man received water from the walking woman. Puriso gachantiya or gachantiniya. So because it is gachanti or gachanto, must be gachantiya. And then kanyaya or kanyaya. Kanyaya or kanyaya. So here you need to be careful. If it is noun group 3, then we get kanyaya. Okay. But if it is noun group like 10, for example, like yuvati, then it will be yuvatiya. Then it is actually long. Yuvatiya, kanyaya. So that's a little bit confusing point, but that's where you need to really learn those noun groups declinations so that you recognize it easily. The mothers-in-law took food from their daughters who were cooking and then talked to their working husbands. So Susuyo, sasuyo, or sisuyo. So this is a vocabulary question. It is sasu, and so it must be this one. Pachantihi or pachantehi. So this is again the one to recognize whether it's E or something else. It's always E if it is for ladies. So pachantihi, dhituhi. And here again, karontanang or karontina. So because the brothers are males, it must be karontana. If, for example, bagininang for the sisters, it would be karontina. Okay, so that's all. Questions? Anything you'd like to know? Nothing? Okay, very well. So I will show you how does the next lesson look like. see. Tanzania. So can you see the book?
Not yet.
Coming up, yeah.
The screen share is loading. Okay, got it. Now it says that Zoom quit unexpectedly. So I don't know what to do. Okay. Now you can see the screen, right?
Yeah.
Can you see that I'm moving the page?
Yes,
Same.
yes. Mhm.
Okay, then that's fine. I cannot see it in the preview, but it doesn't matter. So let's first look at the lesson that's coming up. It's coming later. So now we are going to do 18, right? 19, exercise 19.
19 p.m.
And so exercise 19 is for this is really so easy because you only have to learn this vocabulary and then this vocabulary, and that's all. You literally have to memorize that, and that's all what you need to learn. And then you have the exercise. So the Anki for this week contains mostly the sentences, because I felt that the sentences sometimes were a little too complicated. So it's more about memorizing sentences rather than understanding some hard grammar. And we get here quite a few mistakes. So Vatani is wrong, must be Vatane. And then in the results we get quite a few mistakes. And where's that? Okay, so again, Vatani must be Vatane. Men actually is not correct, must be people. Manuse is better translated as people. Then we get Datto is wrong, must be Datto. The H must be there between the T and O. Then Dhanang. So this is not really Dhanang. Better is to use Mulang for money. Okay, that's more accurate. Then here we miss the little line above A. This must be Matuya. What we have here is Matuya. Then we get Tassa. Actually, it's wrong. Must be Tassa, right? Because that's the branch Saka is in fact female, is feminine. So it must be Tassa, not Tassa. And here we have again missing H, Sethina. Okay, H must be there. So you see, nobody is perfect. Even the course book has some mistakes. So no worries. I think you can make it. This time, I personally am very happy because so amazing that we don't have to learn any declination. I wonder if we will have some declination with the numbers or what's coming next. Let's see whether the other lessons are also so easy. So then you are again going to learn some vocabulary. This actually is quite useful vocabulary to learn numerals. And then you will be learning how to decline those numbers. So we can see that for each and every number, there is some special grammar, but you already know those grammars. And we do have indeed declension. So you will be learning quite a few declension indeed. That's coming indeed. Okay, so that's a lot. So enjoy enjoy for this week, because then the hard times will be coming again. Okay, so any questions
No question for now.
so far? Everything is clear. Okay, it was a pleasure to see everybody again. To see next week. Let's do our class is as in the usual time, which is at 7 p.m. of New York time on Monday, and it will be 7 a.m. of Vietnam time on Tuesday. And what's that time in Singapore?
8 a.m.
Is that 8 a.m.? Okay. All right. So thank you everyone for coming, and